This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Now then, if the title of this video led you to expect that I was going to be unpicking and taking apart a solo from a Bob Seger record, then I do apologise for the confusion, but there is method in my madness. You see, that was a solo from a Bob Seger song, just not his version of it. It, of course, comes from the Thin Lizzy live version of the Bob Seger song Rosalie. And it was hearing that album, I think, There It Is, Live and Dangerous, in 1980 or thereabouts. I was probably about 12 or 13 years old when I first heard this album. It was hearing that album and this song. It was one of those songs where I'd constantly lift the needle back or press rewind on the cassette or however I was listening to it, because it was just a fantastic song, still is. But it's that intro that Phil does on that song where he says, "This is one we're going to try and get you moving on this one." A number recorded by Bob Seger, a number called Rosalie, and then slamming straight into that bottom A chord riff. Fantastic stuff. Loved it then, love it now. And I kind of knew the name Bob Seger. It was one of those names that was bandied around by people older and wiser than I was at the time, who knew more about rock music than I did, and it sort of made me think, oh, is this the kind of stuff Bob Seger does? I shall have to check him out. And, you know, pretty soon thereafter, I think I heard Night Moves and started taking more notice of what he was doing. So this solo was, or this song, and this solo from this song was very much my gateway drug into Bob Seger's music. And here's a little bit of an explanation about what's going on in the solo.
Solo explanation.
Okay, it's a very effective little solo, this. Not too difficult to play, and a good sort of illustration, really, of what you can do with a humble, basic pentatonic box pattern. You know, this kind of shape. The thing that pretty much everybody uses most of the time. As usual, we'll start by looking at the chords that we're playing over here. There's only two. It's basically an A chord going to this, I think of it as the All Right Now shape, the D over A. And it's just kind of bouncing back and forth between those two chords for 8 bars, like this. That kind of thing for 8 bars. And not surprisingly, as I've already hinted, we are using a pentatonic scale here in A major, so this shape here. Like that. We start on the 2nd string at the 17th fret doing some E to F sharp bends, followed by like that. So you play that on a Telecaster with a clean sound. You've got, you know, country licks happening there, really. Then we play this. Then we venture up to the 18th fret to do this kind of slidey hammer-on pull-off lick. And then we're pretty much at the end of the solo. All we've got to do now is go back to that E to F sharp bend, 17th fret on the B string, which he just kind of hangs on to that for the rest of the solo, really. I did note out what I thought was the rhythmic note values of these bends here, but don't take too much notice of those if you're looking at the tab. You know, just kind of... something like that. That's all I did. I just played what sort of felt right, and I'm sure that's all. Was it Brian Robertson who played this solo? I'm talking about the live and dangerous version now. I think probably whoever played it in the studio. What was on the Fighting album, the original version of this, wasn't it? But obviously we're dealing with the version that everybody thinks of when they think of this song here, the live and dangerous album. It sounds like Brian Robertson playing this solo, although I don't know. If you know better than me and you know it was Scott Gorham, then, please feel free to tell me in the comments. But there you go. As I say, short but sweet little solo. Very good illustration of what can be done with a humble pentatonic scale. The phrasing on this is what makes it. This kind of... How's it go? So you can kind of hear that there's, question and answer stuff going on there. Question. Then the answer, you see. You can kind of make that case for it, I guess. But just, kind of take a look at the phrasing. Notice how, I've mentioned this quite a few times in a few videos where, basically he starts on this bend here, and that's where he finishes, going back to the same kind of idea that you started your solo with to close it with is a good way of making the solo somehow sound complete and like it's gone full circle. But that's basically it. As I say, fantastic little solo, and now you know what to do. Go away and have some fun with it. And as usual, you'll find a full tab in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing the solo, that explanation you've just seen there, and a jam track to play along with yourself. All of that is, as always, up on my Patreon page. There's the address, link in the description. $3 or £2.50 a month gets you access to all of these additional goodies that go along with these YouTube videos. A massive, massive thank you to each and every one of you who support me in that or any of the other ways, all of which are, where, linked down below. And that is pretty much the video for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed what you've seen and found it useful and informative and hopefully a little bit entertaining as well. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not drop me a like while you're at it. Don't forget the live stream every Friday 5 PM UK time, where we drink beer and talk about music and guitars and whatever else crops up. Great way to kick off the weekend. Love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.